What would really happen if we discovered intelligent life beyond Earth? Would it unite us, divide us, cause global panics and recessions? Hollywood is full of ideas on what will occur. But maybe, just maybe, not much would change at all. I'm Mike Antares, and welcome back to another Space for Humans. You might think that finding intelligent extraterrestrial life would be the most transformative event in human history, a moment that unites all of humanity with awe and wonder. But let's consider a different perspective. Imagine we detect a signal from an intelligent civilization light years away. The initial reaction might not be as dramatic as science fiction portrays. Governments, scientists, and academic elites would likely be the first to respond, meticulously analyzing the data and debating its implications behind closed doors. Now, if you examine the sci-fi imaginings of such a signal, there would likely be attempts to control or keep the information secret, which may in turn give rise to geopolitical tensions. The 2016 film Arrival had some good notions about that aspect. The plot centers on increasingly militarized international governments independently trying to communicate with visiting alien octopods. Just like the movie, the idea is that if an extraterrestrial message contains valuable information, advanced technology perhaps, nations might scramble to decode and monopolize the information for their own benefit. You get the idea. Geopolitics as usual. But what about the rest of us? Would we experience a mass cultural shock? Would we flock en masse to the site that discovered the signal? Probably not. You see, for most people, especially those struggling with daily challenges like poverty, conflict, or health issues, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence, or ETI, might not change much. According to ASU's interplanetary fellow Jack Traphagen, up to 70% of the world's population might not feel any immediate impact at all. Instead, daily life would go on, tending crops, caring for children, doing jobs, and of course the certainty of paying taxes. Cultural and religious beliefs would certainly also shape reactions. Different societies are likely to interpret the discovery in a multitude of ways. Some might see it as a challenge to their worldview, questioning long-held beliefs about humanity's special place in the universe. Religious groups might grapple with theological questions. If intelligent life exists elsewhere, what does that mean for religious doctrines that consider humans unique? And this is a real consideration. In 2008, the Vatican's chief astronomer opined that aliens could be seen as brothers to humans and not in conflict with God or in need of redemption the way we understand it. On the other hand, some cultures might embrace the discovery as confirmation of beliefs they've held for centuries. Indigenous philosophies that emphasize interconnectedness with the cosmos and the knotted nature of space-time might find resonance in the idea of extraterrestrial neighbors. Psychologically, individuals around the world might experience a range of emotions, from existential anxiety to euphoric excitement to complete disinterest. Mental health professionals could see an uptick in people struggling to process the news. Studies on how humanity might react psychologically to such a discovery are limited, but suggest that responses would be as varied as humanity itself. Some sampling bias is prevalent, so the reality could be even more low-key. Let's talk about the signal itself. Deciphering an extraterrestrial message could take decades, or longer, even millennia. That's a long time to wait to find out if an alien civilization is trying to reach us about our spaceship's extended warranty. Without immediate effects on our lives, public interest in ET's call might wane over time, just as it did with decoding the genome and human trips to the moon. The sheer distance and time involved in interstellar communication means that any information exchange is going to be slow and uncertain. If it's 30 light years away, we send a message and they reply a generation later. A lot can change in a generation, from values and priorities to hairstyles and blue jeans. Sustaining interest and investment in such a long-term project could be challenging, to say the least. With the rise of malicious actors and generative AI, there's also the risk of misinformation and conspiracy theories spreading more rapidly than actual developments, especially if governments attempt to control the signal and the narrative. In our age of rapid information exchange, rumors often spiral out of control. As the saying goes, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. Someday a lie could travel halfway across the universe. That's why transparency and international cooperation would be crucial to managing public perception and avoiding unnecessary panic or distrust. There could be significant global economic impact. Markets might fluctuate as industries speculate on new opportunities or threats. It's hard to predict how the space science, technology, and defense sectors would process the news that interstellar communication is real. Just like after the launch of Sputnik and the Apollo missions, educational institutions might see a surge in interest in sciences like astronomy, physics, even xenolinguistics. A new generation inspired by the discovery could lead humanity to advancements we can't even imagine. And yeah, there would probably be a surge in cheap merch and fast fashion trends too. Alien core, galactic glamour, quantum couture. If all of this sounds familiar, it's because these impacts share commonalities with many significant historical events. In essence, discovering intelligent life might not be the earth-shattering event we imagine in books and movies. Instead, it's more likely to be a complex, drawn-out process that affects different segments of humanity in different ways. The impact would be uneven, shaped by cultural, economic, and societal factors. So maybe the real question is how we choose to let such a revelation impact us here on Earth. Do we let it divide us further? Or will we use it as an opportunity to reflect on our shared humanity and the moment when we discovered there are other intelligent beings out there? In the words of famed science fiction author Ray Bradbury, when we look into the mirror, who will we find? If you received our transmission, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Space for Humans for more explorations into our place in the universe. E.T., is that you?